with, froze with, cold with, so cold with since the school days. Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
They just had a
deadly
little
serious.
thing.
Yo, when we get in the game, it will get deadly serious. You'll be feeling us, not just hearing us. The time is nearing, trust, prepare for us. It's clear to us there's not enough space here to bust. It won't be just what happens usually. We'll explode and leave a hole where London used to be. Bare use just be grinding like they're big men. Wanna arms me blood, don't bring a gun, bring a pen and a pad. And while you're writing in the meanwhile, to pay for your cheap talk, I'll rip you with a freestyle. Evil and good, fake and real, there's a war in this. But there's an orifice, I'll lead you through like Morpheus. I'm less patient, can't take much more of this. Cheap talk, cheap hosts, cheap thrills. TV's not reality, reality's too ill. So what's it gonna be, the red or the blue pill? Rain, my crew link side are deadly serious. Look me in my link's eyes, I'm deadly serious. LYNX, that spells deadly. EYED, that spells serious. Rain, my crew link side are deadly serious. Look me in my link's eyes, I'm deadly
Here
serious.
Zack,
LYNX,
Jaden, and
that spells
Aaron.
deadly. EYED, that spells serious. Get used.
It's about to be March already. Yeah, together, yeah. You feel me? Who's the goat? Oh, I thought you thought you were talking about like somebody else was joining us. Like who, bro? But we call him the goat now. Your gang, gang. I think it looks clean. Yeah, yeah, definitely. The layout and everything looks clean. Good production quality, upgraded. You know, chilling, working, grinding. You feel me? Watching these fights, enjoying these fights, living life. You dig? That was like, that's probably gonna go down as one of the worst cards. That was a good fight too. But I mean, yeah, you just can't beat one. You can go to the distance. I mean, good for you. That shows you have a chin, which granted, like you started boxing 3 years ago. Talk about some real fighters. I mean, the early prelims. I'm pretty sure that's Jawed Bashrat's brother. He looks just like him. I'm guessing they're both Afghanistani, so 9-0. They're both undefeated, yeah. It's Damon Blackshear. Yeah, I mean, it's early prelims. Mana Martinez is fighting. Mana Martinez has some banger fights, dog. Yeah, they're, it's It's a good card. Who's Irish and names their kid their middle name be Machado? I've never heard of that. That's crazy. You said obnoxious. I don't know. Connor Connor Machado McGregor. I don't know. Not really. I don't know. Ian Gary sort of rubs me the wrong way. I think I get weird vibes from him. Is he? But like this is like it's like their blueprint. They're feeding, literally feeding him. It's a really good question. Let me see. Soft. Imagine calling her right now after he saw that. Oh, he came from Cage Warriors. That makes sense though. Cage Warriors is basically a pipeline for UK fighters. Yeah, he beat Jordan Williams, which Jordan Williams is horrible. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's cut from the UFC now. You know what's crazy though? He fought the Contender Series. He beat Gregory Rodriguez. Jordan Williams. He was Contender Series. So he fought in 2019. He fought in the Contender Series, lost split decision, and then he came back 2020, fought Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop, which he blew up because he had the big cut in his forehead, and he came back and won that fight. Um, mm, Jordan Williams beat him, gets into the UFC. His first fight's Nasruddin Imavov, and then he loses to Mickey Gall and Ian Gary after that. Like it's just bad luck. It's a, yeah, and he got put to sleep his last fight. Like he fell down face first. Yeah. Um he's also younger. Like 6, 7 years younger. That's huge. He's been fighting a lot more active. I mean, yeah, bro. He's very lengthy. Nah. In the way he's a very stiff fighter. At least in the Max Griffin fight, like going off of that, because that's I mean that's his most recent. He's very stiff. Like he looked almost uncomfortable when he was fighting Max Griffin. I mean he was getting backed up a lot and couldn't really figure out his timing. Just a super team in China. But yeah, I don't know. I mean a lot of them move like relocate. The UFC was Yeah, the UFC, remember they were doing that thing with like Road to what was it that we were watching? Road to UFC or something like that? Where they were doing like the Grand Prix sort of style, where like it was like a tournament style like bracket and different matchups every week or every couple of weeks. It's smart. It's taking taking fighters away from one and like tapping into that Asia um fighter pool that like they really haven't tapped into. Yeah. I mean, and then like if the only ones came close to that even before her to Korean Zombie. Well, I'm talking about Asia, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the continent themselves. I mean, maybe a flyweight back in like 2014. I don't know. It's been there's a lot of like untapped potential though. For like one, I mean, one's smart how they're advertising everything, where it's like more so catered to the um I think Singapore or Vietnam. Yeah, Singapore is Vietnam. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. Julian Marquez doesn't gas. Yeah, bro. Julian Marquez lost to Gregory Rodriguez his last fight, but I don't know. I don't understand. Gregory Rodriguez just got put to sleep by like a no-name fighter, like a decent like average middleweight, put him to sleep, but Julian Marquez just goes to war with him and gets slept. Bro, he throws some bombs. It's gonna be a good fight. I think Julian Marquez will win. I mean, even as like the odds say he's the underdog, but he's a slight underdog. Even then, they're both coming off of losses.
Hey, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Thank God this is live stream, bro. I have not. My mic has been muted this whole time.
You're trolling.
I swear to God. It's all good though. We regain. We regain. We regain.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. I swore I clicked on mute. I must have fucking missed it.
So I've just been talking to myself this whole time.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it's gonna sound like on the
Dang.
playback.
Squad.
It's lit though. All right though. This is a fight I was looking forward to, bro. Amanda Ribas is one of my favorite women fighters.
Viviane Araújo.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I don't I mean, Viviane Araújo's
Amanda-
her last fight was to who was it? Alexa Grasso, right?
Yeah,
And Alexa Grasso's fighting for the championship now.
that's because like they just ran out of people to throw at Valentina. Which,
Yeah, that's-
granted, now they do have some people.
I want to see the Amanda Nunes Valentina fight again. Right, like right
I
now.
hope it happens, but
I don't know. I think
if it
Valentina's
happens-
too smart.
if it happens, they're gonna do it when she's outside of her prime.
Who, Amanda?
No,
Valentina?
Valentina. Yeah, Amanda. They're never gonna screw over Amanda.
Yeah, they couldn't. Literally golden child.
They're gonna wait till what's her name's out of her prime to do anything. So
Yeah. Think about it. Amanda Nunes is the John Jones of the women in UFC.
eh,
They baby her, bro.
I would say GSP, not John
Yeah,
Jones.
early GSP. GSP was a fucking dog, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's gonna be a good fight though. I think Amanda Ribas will beat her.
I think she'll pull it out.
She lost to Caitlin Chukagian 2 fights before, and I hate Caitlin.
Yeah, I can't stand Caitlin Chukagian, bro. What do you think? You think the winner gets Valentina next?
No.
No, who do you think they're gonna give to her next then? I guess we'll talk about that when we get there. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So you don't
I
think?
don't know. We'll see. I don't think it will be them though. I think it'll be somebody else.
Fair enough. Fair enough. hope this man. I don't know. He's been on a little bit of a streak. Derek Brunson's 4-1 in his last 5.
Yeah, but he got slept bad by Cannonier
Yeah.
and
Jared-
Duplessis.
Jared Kennedy.
Duplessis hasn't fought a wrestler.
It's true.
That's a hot take, I guess, but I don't think Duplessis is. I'm also mad that he beat Darren Till still, so I'm a hater. I'm very much being a hater right now. He's 4-0 in the UFC, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Trevin Giles, Brad Tavares, and then Darren Till. I mean, that's not a bad
Really?
resume for 3 of your first 4 fights.
but like the closest he's fought to a wrestler's Brad Tavares.
Yeah. I wonder
Like
how
that.
many-
That's the closest he's fought to like an actual wrestler. I think Brunson and Brunson said this is gonna be like his last sort of like stretch towards the belt, if he can get it, like get there. Which I
Yeah.
mean, if he beats Duplessis, if he like ragdolls Duplessis for 3 rounds, then like we're getting somewhere. Obviously, I don't know.
I don't know.
Brunson's chin and the way he fights is so goofy.
It's so goofy, bro. Ever since the Adesanya fight, I think it's. I mean, after that, that's when he went on that little win streak, or fight or
Yeah,
two after
fair.
that. But yeah, I don't know. I think Duplessis just overwhelms him. I don't think Derek Brunson will be able to counter Duplessis' speed and power.
I mean, we saw that Duplessis slows down.
Mm-hmm.
So
But-
as long as he can as long as Brunson can keep that pressure, even smother him in the first round.
Even if
get
he could
him
just
tired.
get an early takedown, just ride him.
Yeah,
I think that would benefit Derek Brunson a lot. But it's about getting to that takedown, which I think might be
Duplessis throws like a short uppercut, he sleeps him.
a short uppercut, quick knee.
Duplessis' jaw Brunson's jaw is chalked at
Yeah,
this point.
it's glass.
I mean, the Adesanya fight sort of showed that.
Yeah,
Because it wasn't even like Adesanya was throwing power punches. It was a lot of counters and
he was just
It's very,
peppering
like,
him. He was just picking him apart.
very strategic, yeah.
Yeah.
And Brunson just couldn't take like clean shots. Or like, granted, Duplessis isn't as clean of a striker, like as
He's not as
fundamentally
creative, but I
sound.
feel like he has the power.
no. I think Duplessis is gonna work Brunson's body a lot too.
Yeah, a lot of leg kicks, I think.
I mean, that's sort of like, if you look at like the blueprint to beat Brunson, it's sort of like this. Obviously, don't go to the ground with him.
Yeah.
But if you keep it standing, just fighting him at range, he doesn't know how to gauge range really well. So I see him blitz in a lot, and look like goofy when he blitzes in, like
Mhm.
ducking his head and just swinging.
What do you think? What do you think Derek Brunson's plan is? Say he were to lose this fight,
He's gonna retire.
you think this is it?
Yeah, if he loses this fight, he'll retire. There's no way he doesn't have the motive. He knows he won't get a title shot again. So
Yeah, that's fair.
right now, this is like the best time, probably for him. If he were to win this fight to get another title shot with like Pereira, Adesanya 2 coming up, which I think no matter what would be a good fight for Brunson.
I think Alex Pereira's a better fight for Derek Brunson than Izzy is. I just
I
think,
think-
Pereira's more susceptible to the
Low-key.
takedown.
I think Pereira would sleep him in like the first.
Oh,
round.
I think he'd probably end
I
up
think
catching him, but I think that
literally-
Derek Brunson would be able to take him down. I don't think he takes Izzy down.
I think like Pereira would catch him like a left hook and just like make him sleep standing up.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good fight. I don't know. I really don't see.
Bro, the middleweight fucking whole division is in a mix right now.
Yeah, it's wild,
It's
and I don't see Duplessis like losing this fight realistically.
yeah. I honestly
hope he
think he
does,
gets it.
but
I think he
I
gets
don't
it
see
done
him.
in the. I give it the first 2. I wouldn't be
Give it
surprised if he
under.
got it done in the first round.
Give it under a round and a half.
Think he's gonna get it done
mean-
that quick?
But like Cannonier sort of showed like the blueprint too.
Yeah, that's true.
Monster elbows, literally in the clinch, just monster elbows, and you'll put him to sleep. and he also gassed himself out for the first round. Like,
Yeah.
Tanner's also just insanely strong.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't see him really making it out of the first round, but we'll see what happens. Not on to our boy though, Cody, motherfucking Garbrandt, baby. I mean, I'm excited to see him back. He's been on what? Two fight losing streak, yeah.
I mean, he
Kai
lost
Kara
to,
France and Rob Font. I mean, those aren't bad losses at all.
he lost to an EPO junkie. Like,
Yeah, that kind of
I don't
fucking
care.
sent his
He
career
ruined-
downhill, huh?
He ruined, yeah, he ruined Cody's career by cheating.
Yeah.
I
Man,
don't
you
care.
remember the Pedro Munoz fight? You remember how he fucking ducked
That
down
was
and slept
wild.
him? Bro, that was so crazy.
No, it was Rafael Sunsao. He did that.
What?
Pedro Munoz, they were throwing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then like Pedro caught him and he like dropped.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunsao was like
That-
literally with like 1.5 seconds.
It was like at the
left.
horn, yeah.
He dips and just those like the monster right hook that just literally put a Sunsao into like the ICU.
Yeah, that's just.
It was such a good fight.
I'm excited to see him
Or
back
it's
though.
like he has like, and this is the thing, like his losses against Rob Font, he was trying to prove that he doesn't have a glass chip. Against Kai Kara France, he was trying to prove that he can compete with flyweights, and that he's still up there, you know.
Yeah.
And now with this fight, I mean, Trevin Jones comes in on like 2 weeks' notice.
Yeah, I didn't like Cody dropping back down to a flyweight. I'm glad or dropping down to flyweight. I guess not back down.
I guarantee you they did it to try to, I wouldn't say rejuvenate his career, because like I think that's one of the worst things. I mean, granted, like Jose Aldo's an exception,
Yeah, he's.
where like he dropped down and
Yeah,
like
he's an anomaly though.
his chin became invincible. But like the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
When you're cutting that much weight, you know what I'm saying, you're so drained, and your skin and everything like is so much tighter. Your muscles are a lot tighter. They're a lot more tense, and like just getting hit across your head, you know what I'm saying, after
Yeah.
cutting so much weight like that is gonna put you to sleep so much faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But,
don't know.
I mean,
Trevin Jones.
He's fighting at
He's fighting at
Go
35. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. I mean, at bantamweight against Trevin Jones, this is a good matchup for him.
And he got an opponent on short notice. I don't know. I don't know though, man. As much as I want to see Cody win, Trevin Jones is on a 3-fight losing streak. Decision, sub. I don't see this fight going to the ground at all.
No, it's gonna be standing.
Yeah, for sure.
If Cody can figure out how to close it, because I mean, he has what, a 6-inch? Let me see, 4.5-inch reach over Cody, which like, I mean, he can figure it out. It's just when he gets into exchanges, he gets so sloppy.
Yeah.
Which like, I get before it was like to try to prove a point that you don't have a glass jaw, which obviously didn't work because you literally got slapped. But
Man, I don't know. I mean, Cody's the favorite,
think-
minus 170 favorite.
as long as he can work like as long as he has good footwork and he keeps his boxing clean, I think he could probably sleep Jones, if not get like a 29-28 decision.
Yeah. I like these
He just has
odds.
to be smart.
These are some good odds. I like the under 1.5 rounds for plus 110 for Trevin Jones. I think if he does find a way to get it done, I think it's got to be within the first 2 rounds. Yeah, KO within the first 2. Cody's too experienced to, if it gets to the third and he knows he's up, or even if it's
He's
tied,
gonna coast,
yeah, he's gonna just ride out.
or he's gonna try to prove a point and get slapped. Like that's his biggest issue.
It's the middle ground. It's like the gray
middle ground.
area.
it's the ego on
Yeah.
him, which like when you looked at the like even looking at the Pedro Munoz fight, the first round, he argued like I pretty sure I feel like he won that first round, and he didn't put himself in any bad engagements, and he as soon as he thinks somebody's hurt or somebody covers up, he thinks he has to go in there and charge in. Which I mean, like, yeah, you threw a flying knee into like an exchange, but
You got to realize
I was
you're not in your 20s anymore, bro. Your chin's not the same.
he was clipping Pedro, and Pedro was walking him like walking it off.
Yeah.
He was like not shook at all, which you know what I'm saying, like at some point you need to realize that I understand you're heated in the moment, but like you have to take a step back and mentally, you know, reset yourself.
Yeah. I don't know though. I think Cody with the experience, I think he'll get it done. I think it'll probably be a decision, but I think he'll get it done. Especially Trevin Jones coming in on short notice. I don't want to say that he's not gonna have the gas tank, but I not having a full training camp.
2-week training camp.
Yeah, for an opponent like Cody Garbrandt, who's an absolute vet. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just the writings on the wall. That's bad.
Yeah. This one it's an exciting one, I guess. Bo Nickal's debut, the fucking wrestling star.
Against 3-fight losing streak JB Pickett.
I mean,
13-8 JB Pickett.
He's 2-4 in the UFC after his contender series. Like, I mean, we're just gonna feed him. We're just gonna feed Bo Nickel. Easy
I'm sorry, 2-fight losing streak. My bad. Against Dawkins and I don't even know, Tululian.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. So he's gotten knocked out within the past 6 months, 7 months.
I don't know if how much Bo Nichols is gonna throw hands though.
He's gonna ready for this? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna start touch gloves, a couple leg kicks, like just to fill each other out. Bo Nickel's gonna throw an overhand into a single leg, get him on the floor, and just ground and pound or sub him within the first like 3 minutes.
It sounds about right. I mean, fucking Bo Nickel has 70% striking accuracy, 7 significant strikes landed with 10 significant strikes attempted. I mean, he's only attempted 3 takedowns, but he's
that fight lasted I think like 2 minutes for a contender series.
yeah, like his average fight time's 57 seconds.
He steamrolled him.
I mean,
So I think it's gonna be fast.
I think get him straight to the ground.
And just put him out.
Yeah.
Straight to the ground, put him out. Yeah. So
Yeah, gonna be a quick one.
yeah, and then Pickett's gonna get cut from the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, 2-5 in your first 7 fights. That's
Yeah.
and plus the way Dana's been fucking cutting people, bro. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
But 2 scam right though. What's happening?
This is gonna be such a good fight. This is gonna be fight of the night.
I think one of these next 2 fights will probably be fight of the night. My personal opinion. It's gonna be a banger, bro. Gamrot's 4-1 in his last 5. I mean, his one loss was to Beneil Dariush, who should be fighting for the title next.
Well, I mean, the winner of that fight.
I mean, I think they should have just gave it to him, bro. Which, I mean, I get it, but
Well, I mean, I'm guessing he wants to stay active, and Islam's not gonna want to come back right now.
that's fair. I forgot Islam literally just fought 2 weeks ago.
And just be
The
involved. Yeah.
goat, the mini goat. Jalen Turner's on a 5-fight win streak though, bro. He's a dog.
Jalen's a monster.
He's a dog coming off a win against Brad Rydell too. Like
Him dropping to lightweight, low key like saved his career.
Yeah, he's got a resume under him too. Vicente Luque,
I mean,
Matt Steamroller for Bola.
His first fight in the UFC was against Luque, and that was back when Luque was still Luque on a tear. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
if fighting Matt Frivola, that early in your career too, like that's, bro, insane.
Yeah, he had a tough come up. I mean, 1-2 in his first three, but since then, bro, he's fucking turned it on 5 in a
He
row.
smoked Brock Weaver, which I remember Brock Weaver was really hyped up.
Yeah,
Um,
Jamie Malarkey. I mean, that's a tough fight.
that's a good win. It aged well.
But the Brad Tavares fight, bro, first round submission. Like,
Bro, do you remember that fight?
yeah,
He was piecing up Riddell.
yeah.
That was
Tough to see, man. You know I love my Kiwi fighters.
it, but it was really a good showing of like Turner's ground game too.
Yeah, mix it up real well. Showed him what he had
Yeah.
on the hands, and then got the win by sub. I mean, Matus Gamrot definitely you can't put him off. I mean, he has a resume too. Shit was on a 4-fight win streak before he ran in. Shit, a 5-fight win streak before he ran into Beneil Dariush, who, like I said, is probably gonna be fighting for the title soon. Or yeah, 4-fight win streak. Sure.
Bro, 6.5-inch reach advantage for Jalen.
You think it's gonna be
That's
pretty kickboxing oriented fight? You think it's gonna go to the ground?
I think Jalen Turner is going to use his jab and not give Gamrot any opportunity to close the distance.
Nothing.
I could be completely wrong. Gamrot absolutely like ragdolls him into a sub, but
I don't know. Well, Jalen Turner's got to be a black belt, right? I'm pretty. If he's not a black, he's a brown.
Yeah, but I don't see like this is a really good matchup for Jalen Turner, especially with a big name like Gamrot.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the height and the reach advantage. Dude has a 7-inch leg reach advantage, 6.5-inch reach advantage, and then 4-inch height advantage. I don't know. I mean, Gamrot got he's the favorite. I wouldn't be scared to put some money on Jalen Turner for this fight. Plus 185 underdog.
Yeah, that's good odds.
Under 2.5, minus 145. Those are some good odds.
Yeah, I think it'll be Jalen Turner.
Yeah.
I think Turner will win.
I think Jalen Turner will pull it out as well. But I mean, again, like all of these fights, I wouldn't be surprised if any of them went the other way. Like even just like scrolling down the list, I would not. Other than the Derek Brunson fight, I really don't see any way Derek Brunson gets that done.
Really? I would say the Trevin Jones fight's the only fight where I think Cody, like, the only way Cody loses is on some fluky stuff or, like, he just egos him.
Yeah. See, but, like, Amanda Hebos and Viviana Rujo, that can go either way.
Yeah, that's like a coin flip. That and the Ian Gary fight, too.
That could go either way. I just think the 2-year layoff for Song Kanan is going to be a big difference. Like, Ian Gary's been active.
I don't want to say it'll go either way. I think Ian Gary pretty much has it under wraps. But, like, I don't know. Ian Gary hasn't put any... Like, his last 2 fights, he hasn't really put anybody to sleep. I mean, I think... Let me see. I want to say... Let me see here. I believe it was a Darian Weeks fight. Let me check.
That was a decision.
Yeah, but he dropped Darian Weeks twice in that fight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't know. I don't remember. I know I watched one of these 2 fights.
Mr. Machado did.
This is the fight that I remember against Gabe Green.
Never seen an Irish guy with the last name Machado. Or the middle name Machado, whatever.
I don't think it's his middle name, bro. I feel like he got married. Yeah, I feel like he
took
got
her
married
last
and
name.
just took her last. Like they both have each other's last names.
Oh, that's cute.
So her last name would be.
You're gonna get slapped now because
Gary
of
Machado.
it.
Yeah, he's definitely getting fucking knocked out because of that for sure. Another.
We'll see.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
So we'll see what happens with Jalen and Gamrot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting fight, definitely.
I definitely think, or I definitely wouldn't be afraid to fucking throw some money on Jalen Turner though. There's some good odds.
Yeah, definitely.
Win a little bit of paper. This one though, this is honestly, other than my boy John Jones, bro, this is the fight I'm most excited for. I'm a Jeff Neal fan, bro.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I don't mind Jeff Neal. I'm a huge Shavkat fan. I think Shavkat's
Shavkat's
something.
I don't dislike Shavkat, but I'm a big Jeff Neal fan. Shavkat's a fucking animal though, bro. So
Yeah, I think he's good for the welterweight division. He's
Absolutely.
something that like we don't see. It's just like this tall striker who throws. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
These flashy, crazy combinations, spinning kicks, elbows.
But I mean, even
Also undefeated.
yeah, I mean he's a dog. He's for sure a dog. Um, I just don't.
He also ragdolled Neil Magny.
I mean, yeah, Neil Magny beat Jeff Neal, so there's MMA math for you. We know who's gonna win this fight.
Right.
I mean,
His
look
first fight was against Cowboy Oliveira.
yeah, that's a
He
tough
subbed
first
him.
fight. Ah man, it's definitely a tough fight for Jeff Neal.
I think it's a tough fight for both of them, but
It's a tough fight in general, yeah.
I really don't see how Shavkat can. I mean, I can see him losing by like KO or something, or getting dropped and TKO'd.
If Shavkat can get it to the ground, I'd like to say that he has it in the bag almost indefinitely.
Neil's most recent loss was to Wonderboy, I want to say.
No,
I don't remember.
no. Neil Magny was his last loss. 2 in a row, Wonderboy, then Neil Magny.
Oh, true.
And then he beat Santiago Ponzinibbio and Vicente Luque. Which, I mean, I guess you can... might be a hot take. I guess you can say Vicente Luque's declining.
I mean, after that fight, he definitely.
Yeah.
That was the first time he's ever been stopped.
Yeah, I mean, but... Granted, the dude was on a tear ever since he came into the UFC.
Luque?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, his
So they had
matchups were insane.
Yeah.
He fought Woodley.
At the end of his career, Woodley, though. That was after the Kamaru
But-
loss.
That was Woodley, who wasn't afraid to throw a punch, too.
That's fair.
In that fight, he came out and threw, like, I think he threw, like, an overhand, or he, like, threw a step and elbow, like, to start the fight. Like,
Yeah.
he started off hot. And
I remember watching that. I remember exactly where I was at when I was watching it, actually. And I remember thinking to myself, Tyron Woodley's going to win this fight. And then,
yeah, because he had him hurt, and then he almost had him in a sub. That was a good fight, though.
yeah. I don't know. It's definitely a tough fight for both of them. I think, again, if Jeff Neal wants to get it done, I think he has to get it done within the first 2. And he has to avoid the takedown at all costs. I mean, he got 2 wins by sub, but I think Shavkat's just going to be too much on the ground.
I think-
Let's see what he
I
won by.
think-
It was probably a fucking guillotine.
Shavkat might be able to pull out some cheeky things too, like in the clinch, like throwing elbows off of like when they break off the clinch.
Yeah,
throwing
weird
a big
elbows,
elbow.
weird knees. He's probably gonna come in with some weird like clinch trips.
Yeah.
Weird takedowns. I feel like Shavkat just has like a really like unique style of fighting. Almost like oh my gosh, what was his name?
Who's a beat?
Yeah, Zabit. Almost like
I like
Not-
how I knew it.
yeah, not nearly like as creative as Zabit. God rest
Well, I mean,
his soul.
we haven't gotten to see him.
I fucking
you
wish
know
we
what
could
I'm
watch a Zabit fight, bro. I wish he would come back.
Nah, bro, he's making doctor money.
Yeah, that's fair. Can't argue with that.
But I think it'll be a good fight.
I think it's gonna be a
Definitely.
good one. What's happening? I don't know if I'd bet the house on Jeff Neal, But I mean,
No.
plus 390 underdog might
Yeah,
not
that's
be.
crazy. The money
Might
line's
not.
probably gonna move before the fight, but that's wild that he's plus 390.
Um,
Like the honestly, the odds for the co-main and the main make a lot more sense. Like I think this the odds for this fight are the only ones that are sort of like a little wonky.
yeah.
Like everything else really makes sense. Like even the Valentina Alexa Grasso the co-main, like Grasso's plus 460, Valentina's minus 610.
Yeah, those are, I mean, good odds.
I
I mean, that's
I
fucking
understand
Valentina.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Grasso's gonna be able to do really anything to stop Valentina.
I mean, like, what is Alexa Grasso really known for? I mean, like
Her
when I think of
striking.
Alexa Grasso, I think of like striking and then like semi decent jujitsu. But Valentina's got the highest level of striking that one could possibly have, and damn near the highest level of jujitsu that one could possibly have. I don't even judo, bro, wrestling. Like I don't think there's much that anybody can do with Valentina. I think they're just gonna keep feeding her these young women on a win streak, and she's just gonna keep starching them, bro. Like I think the to put into context, the Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena fight was it was just it was an anomaly. Like that first fight shouldn't have went that way. Like I feel like, but
That's what happens when you ego.
yeah, I mean that was just the ultimate ego child of Amanda Nunes. But
Yeah.
I don't really think there's, unless Alexa Grasso could possibly clip her with something, highly unlikely. There's no way Valentina loses this fight.
I don't think so. I think Valentina's gonna head kick KO her.
Yeah.
Or like front kick KO her.
I think Valentina might try to prove a point in this fight. I think she might try to get it done by sub, bro.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think she'll stand up and she'll showcase the kickboxing like she usually does, but I think she'll take it to the ground. Like if Alexa Grasso gets to the fourth or fifth, I think Valentina will take it to the ground and just either ground and pound her, or I think she might try to go
Try
for
to
a
throw
sub
sub in just to win.
and just
win those
just get the
rounds,
points.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
I think we're pretty locked. That's Valentina
Yeah,
to win.
that's a Valentina dub for sure.
This next one though, like the main event is, I don't know.
I
I
mean,
really don't know.
3 years since John Jones' last fall. I think it was August of 2020. It's been 3 years, but if
Who did
we
he fight?
February
Santos or
February of
Reyes?
2020, Dominic Reyes. So it's been 3 years, a little bit over 3 years since John Jones' fought actually.
Do you think he's gonna be slower, putting on so much weight?
I think he's gonna shock a lot of people. I
Really?
mean, I don't. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of his. Like I follow him on Twitter and like just the videos and stuff, like the short little clips that he posts of him training and just him working out and how he trains and just the people that he's been training with too. Like Walt Harris
Walt
alone,
Harris.
like yeah, just him alone is a top tier training partner. He got Maurice Green in there too. He's got the best nutrition coaches, the best strength and conditioning coaches, and he just got something that Cyril Gane doesn't have, which was the reason that Cyril Gane lost to Francis Ngannou, which is wrestling, bro. Like, I think
I don't think Cyril Gane lost to Ngannou.
Huh? You don't think he lost that fight?
I think Ngannou lost that fight, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think Jones is gonna grapple with Gane though.
I think he will.
No, I think it's gonna be a stand-up fight.
I think that once he realizes that Cyril Gane is a world
Smart.
champion kickboxer, not to say that John Jones isn't a great kickboxer himself, but I think once he realizes the kickboxing of Cyril Gane, that he's gonna realize like, okay, this might have to go to the ground. Which, I mean, like you said, like Francis, that was the blueprint. That's why Francis won that fight, was because he was able to take him down, and Cyril Gane couldn't stop it. So, I mean, if John Jones wants to secure the dub, he goes for a takedown. But if John Jones is just going to be... That's another thing about John Jones, bro. Is John Jones is always just going to be John Jones.
Yeah, but then you're like always like worried about like what kind of John Jones are you gonna get? Is he gonna get popped for something? Is he gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I really don't see John Jones losing this fight. I mean, he only came in 7 pounds under what Cyril Gane came in. It's not like Cyril
Yeah,
Gane
but that's not even an official weigh-in yet. So
Oh, that's true. My dumbass. I
Like,
was literally reading the
Gane-
weight off of their shit.
yeah, Gon still has to cut 2 pounds technically, if that's what they're saying he weighs right now. Which even then, though, I think Gon's coming in. Oh, no, never mind. He doesn't have to cut 2 pounds. They're at 265. I'm
265,
tripping. Yeah, so they're both chilling.
What do you think John Jones will come in at, bro? I think John Jones is gonna come in juice the fuck up.
257.
Yeah, I like
think he's
that.
gonna come in. I think he's gonna come in like a lot
I like
heavier. But I also think like Gon's gonna be so fast on the feet.
that. That's why I think John
Gane-
Jones is gonna need a takedown.
But like Gon also places like his strikes so well. He's so accurate.
I like
And
similar to Alex Bejeda, bro.
I think the fight with Francis. I mean, think about it, that was like his first big fight for a title. Like that's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not an interim title. He's not fighting Derek Lewis. He's fighting Francis Ngannou, his old
Undisputed.
training partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's huge, especially for your career. At the point where you're at right now, literally, he was what, like 10 fights into the UFC.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I hate to say this. I think we might get
A draw.
glimpses of like Adesanya versus Bejeda, bro.
Who's Adesanya?
I think John Jones would be the Adesanya role and Cyril Gane would be the Bejeda role. Like I feel like if Cyril Gane were to win, if he were to connect with anything, and that kind of goes back to the Dom Reyes fight. Like a lot of people thought that Dom Reyes won that fight, which I mean I went back and watched it afterwards a couple times actually, and I don't think in any way Dom. I mean he had his moments. He had his moments for sure, but he definitely didn't win that fight.
I think it's one of those things where like I mean obviously John Jones, like rightfully so, has a lot of negative attention behind him
Yeah.
for like stuff outside of fights, but they carried over into the fights, and I mean people will find like any sort of little
Thing to hate him for.
or any close round is obviously going to go against. It's sort of like the Colby Covington thing,
Yeah.
where like you hate him because he's I mean Colby's not like Jones. Kobe doesn't.
But he's good though.
No. Yeah. Yes.
Kobe is I'm not a fucking Kobe fan, but Kobe is a really good fighter.
I'm a Colby fanboy.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why I said
Kobe's
it.
such a beast.
He's a good fighter. He's got him.
But
he just doesn't want that Kamaru smoke.
What do you mean? They fought twice.
I know he doesn't want it again.
Yeah, he does.
Nah.
I think if Kamaru loses, I think Colby would be smart in asking for a trilogy fight with him, and that would be such a good trilogy fight.
Winner of that gets the title again. Title shot.
Yeah, and actually no, they wouldn't give it to him.
To who, Kobe or Kamaru?
No, they wouldn't give it to Kamaru.
You don't think if he loses again and then
There's no way.
even if he wins a fight like that, if he comes back and fights like
No,
really?
it wouldn't make sense. I guarantee you, Leon wouldn't accept it. He'd be like, "I just beat this guy twice. Why are you guys offering me again?" I mean, it depends how the second fight goes, obviously. Or
Yeah.
third fight. My bad. This
Yeah,
is the
technically third fight. Second title
It's
fight.
about to be a quadrilogy again.
Yeah. I mean,
Which actually, now I take that back. If that were to happen and Colby loses to Kamaru, yeah, they would give it to him.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he loses, which honestly, bro, I don't know if I see. Leon got blessed, bro, and I think Kamaru.
You don't think Leon could beat him again?
I definitely think he
think-
could, but I don't think he's gonna.
I think people will be pleasantly surprised.
I honestly wouldn't be mad. I mean, I love Trevor Whitman and fucking their whole team
They're
in
they're
Colorado.
on they're in a rough patch right now.
When is Justin Gaethje gonna? Bro, I literally almost tweeted
He's
at
fighting
Justin Gaethje
Fiziev.
the other day. Yeah, and then I looked it up and seen that he had a fight scheduled.
I can't wait for him to get destroyed by Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev is gonna smoke him.
You think so?
Yes.
I think that's gonna be another fireworks fight.
Rafael Fiziev is a world-class striker.
Yeah,
Justin Gaethje is gonna be lost in there.
he's about to be throwing them overhands, baby. Get him out of there.
RDA literally, like, I mean, he has a pretty solid chin, I would say. RDA. One right hook by Fiziev put RDA out in the 5th of a fight that he was arguably winning.
I mean,
Fiziev.
RDA is. Wait, Fiziev knocked RDA out?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I also have
Fiziev
short-term
knocked-
memory loss.
in the 5th round, he knocked him out. And like people were trying to say it was an early stoppage, and RDA was like, "No, that was a great stoppage."
Oh, that was recent though. That was like last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
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 And then after
I
that,
remember that.
after that fight, he called out Justin Gaethje, and then he kept calling out Justin Gaethje and calling him out, and then they finally agreed now, which puts him at a really good spot, because Fiziev, if he wins this fight, will probably fight Poirier, or fight the loser of Dariush Oliveira. And literally any 3 of those matchups are so good for him, because I don't think anybody can stand up on the feet with him in the lightweight division right now. Fiziev is so, I mean, he's a coach.
Bro, there's a couple divisions that are in the absolute blender right now.
Well, I don't think anybody in the lightweight division is going to take that belt away from Islam.
Not for a while.
I think the only person that will be able to take the belt away from Islam is Volk.
You think Islam goes up?
No.
You don't think
I
so?
don't know
Even
why
if he
people-
loses to Volk in the rematch?
People keep trying to say he's going to go to 170. It doesn't make sense for him to go to 170.
Yeah.
170 is a stacked division where you're going to get log jammed in if you move up. You think they're going to give you a title fight off rip? No way.
Not offer. I mean, if he stays the champion and goes for champ, but bro, I'm not gonna lie. Islam ragdolls Leon.
Yeah.
Islam ragdoll. I want to see Islam versus Hamza, bro. That would be such a fucking interesting fight.
You want my honest opinion on what would happen?
Absolutely.
I think that would be Islam's first.
That's tough, bro.
Well, here's the issue with it. So, Islam, such a clean striker. No matter what people think, his striking's improved so much.
Yeah.
And literally, he was piecing up Volk. He was outboxing Volk for 5 rounds. He had the best shots of the fight compared to Volk's.
I still got to go back and rewatch it, but not from what I remember. Not all 5 rounds. He might have had the best shots from the fight, but he did not box him all 5. I would say
a majority of the fight. He had the best shots of the fight, and a majority of the fight he was beating Volk on the feet. Just clean checks, clean counters. Volk was so undersized that like he has to blitz in, and Islam just caught him every time. That being said, though, Hamzat's like triple his size.
Yeah, but
Hamzat's
you gotta think though. We've only seen Islam at 155 though. That's him cutting all the way down to 155.
You think at his natural weight? His natural weight's like what, 170?
He probably walks around at like I'd say probably like 175, 180. Like somewhere in between 175, 180. But at that, we've seen Hamzat fight at middleweight also. So
if they were to do like a catchweight fight, I think Islam would do better ish. I think if it were standing, like if it were to stay on the feet, I think Islam would maybe get slept from like an overhand from Hamza. But that's such a hard fight for both of them.
Yeah,
It would be so close.
that'd be so entertaining to watch. But bro, a couple of these divisions are in absolute blenders, bro. Featherweight, they're in a blender right now. Bantamweight's in a little bit of a mix-up.
Yeah.
Lightweight division will always be in a fucking mix.
It's the best division in the UFC.
Yeah. Even the women's, there's just, I don't think there's anybody that, other than the strawweight, I think Wiley can lose. I think if she fights Rose again, she loses.
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I think Rose takes that.
I think Wiley found her stride, and she's just getting better. I think Rose is regressing in her career, because she's been groomed so much to think that she's a champion, even when she's not.
Yeah, Pat Barry's been doing a good job of that.
Who did he just corner?
Who was it?
Bro, he just cornered like a heavyweight.
Yeah. I can't remember what fight it was.
But I mean, I don't know. It's very. I don't want to say it's like hit and miss or anything like that. I feel like it's very very interesting, to say the least.
This is gonna be it's gonna be an interesting year in the UFC in general, bro.
I think it's gonna be their best year.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is like
we say this every year.
Every year, bro. Literally since like 2017, 2018.
It just gets better and better.
It keeps getting better. And I think, bro, there couldn't have been a better way for them to start off the year other than Volk and Islam, bro. That was the best way they could have brought this year in.
I mean, and the ESPN Plus deal, the ESPN deal in general, is huge for them to become more mainstream. And getting more attention, which in turn brings fighters, to want to join the UFC even more than before, because no matter what anybody says, I don't care what your dad and his friends in their basement say, the UFC is the best organization for mixed martial arts in the world.
Yeah.
It's not Bellator. One's getting up there to being like a solid second, which I think right now they are. Even like PFL just gets a bunch of UFC fighters who are on a losing streak. And then probably Francis Ngannou.
Yeah. I think the big thing with a lot of UFC fighters is they want to get paid more. Like, I get the fighter pay will always be a thing, but I think this is one of those things that's like almost similar to like gaming. Like, you remember like back in the day when Optic was blacklisted, bro, because they were just getting so many more views than everybody. Like, I think that the people who are getting paid more money is just they're getting paid off of their likeness, bro. Like, they're getting paid off of their name, like sponsorship deals and shit like that, which is like why all this shit with Jake Paul.
How do you get you know what I'm saying?
How do you market yourself? Like, how do you market your fight? How do you market the company that you're working for? Like,
well, you have to be active in order to do that. You have to fight in order to do that.
Yeah.
Look at Dylan Dennis. Like that's probably the best example of somebody who has stagnated in his career.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he rolled off of Connor's success for a while.
What? By showing that he taught horrible jiu-jitsu to Connor? And
no, but he just was, I mean, he trained with Connor. He was part of Connor's camp. He just rode off of Connor's success. He didn't do shit in that, he fight twice in the whole span of Connor's reign in the UFC before Floyd. Like, Dylan Dennis is dog shit, bro. Bro, I'd fight Dylan Dennis right now.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a 6-week training camp.
Like, this is somebody who made his name off of somebody else, where he's lost so much like mainstream, I guess, attention and popularity and relevancy and likeness.
Yeah.
Because he's just been inactive. Literally, I guarantee you, if he fought more, people would, even if he's losing, people would still, you know what I'm saying, tune into him.
Yeah. Just because of it. I mean, it's almost like that Colby Covington. Yeah, it's literally like almost comparable to Colby Covington. Like, you hate him so much that you want to watch him just because you want to see him lose. Like,
Or you love the character so much. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's the polarization is what brings viewers in. And
shit,
think
bro. WWE
Dan-
done pulled me back in.
literally, bro. I think Danis is doing that to an extent, but he's doing it so wrong. Like the blueprint's been laid out by Chael Sonnen, by Colby Covington. Those are the two most notable villains in the UFC ever, right?
Yeah.
They laid out this blueprint of what to do to get people to watch you while understanding like this is an act, this isn't real.
Yeah.
Which I guarantee you, as soon as Colby retires, like as soon as he's done with the UFC, his popularity is gonna skyrocket and his likeness is gonna skyrocket. 'Cause
Colby's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Chael. Do you think anybody like Chael?
No, but I think it's just if Colby has to just give up the gimmick. Like after he's done fighting, he has to give the gimmick up. A lot of people
he showed it. He showed it after the Usman fight.
Yeah.
Which, like, I mean, even during that fight, literally Madison Square Garden was cheering for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like against the Masvidal in the Masvidal fight, people
People wanted him to win.
They were in Miami, weren't they? Or like they were somewhere crazy. No, they weren't in Miami. They weren't. But even then, in the Masvidal fight, people were cheering for him.
Yeah.
It's not like he's created this blueprint where once he retires, and like if he goes to coaching full time or if he goes to content creating full time, like he's gonna have his viewership and his fans.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll work out for him in the end. One last question real quick for you though. Is John Jones the GOAT?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes, he's beat Daniel Cormier after a weekend of cocaine. He's beaten Alexander Gustafsson twice, once after a weekend of cocaine.
Fair
He's
enough.
beaten Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos. He's beaten Vitor Belfort, Lyoto Machida, Chael Sonnen.
He's beating everybody, bro.
Bro, literally his resume.
Rampage, fucking rear naked choked Rampage.
Rashad Evans, Shogun. That resume is insane.
It's crazy.
You can't not say he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Even if you think he's the scummiest person on earth who doesn't deserve to live, his fighting resume is so good that you can't say he's not the best of all time.
Facts. And for those of y'all who don't think John Jones is the GOAT and who do think he is a slimy, dick-headed person, do you think that this fight would solidify him as the GOAT? Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, also I appreciate you, Kenneth, coming out. It's been a while, I know. It looks different, I know, but I appreciate you still being here, bro. It means a lot.
Yeah, appreciate all the love, everybody. We had a couple viewers on Twitch too, so I apologize for the little mishap at the beginning with my mic being muted. That was a faded. Promise it won't happen again. I'm sorry, Zack, my guy. Still a banger though, baby. You know what we do, bro. We produce. We figure shit out. We get it done.
Dubs only.
Dubs only, baby. Let's get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I'm excited. What are we thinking? What are we thinking for this weekend? Are you gonna be busy?
This weekend.
Saturday for the fight.
Let me see here. Trying to think what I'm doing this weekend. I know I'm not gonna be at my house.
Facts. Well,
like, I'm gonna be watching on my phone, so.
Facts. Well, regardless of that, keep your eyes peeled. Might do a little watch party stream for the fights on Saturday, and then after that, we'll have the recap coming next week.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I'm telling you, I said it last time, and like it fell through. But bro, what are we posting on here? Wild. You get me in trouble.
what, in the Discord?
Yes, but we're gonna be more productive. I promise.
Definitely got to be more consistent. Just trying to figure stuff out in our personal lives, but
Yeah, I mean that literally was like, once we get that sorted out, we're good to go.
yeah,
And from there we'll just keep grinding, keep going. Which like, and honestly, I think this format's probably the best.
yeah, I like
Live
it.
streaming format. It's fun. It's vibey.
Yeah.
We don't have to try hard. We don't have to go crazy.
Plus, we can even like, bro, I was even
We
thinking
don't have
about
to
like,
get cut.
I was even thinking about like branching out, bro. Like, I know Justin, little Cage crossover. I know Justin's gonna start a podcast when he goes out and starts playing football in California and shit. I'll hop in here, just run a little show. Doesn't always got to be all about MMA, but that MMA will most likely be our main focus. But
Yeah, bro. I'm down for anything.
just trying to expand out, reach all different areas, see who we can
Down
reach out
for
to.
Vibe and enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But other than that, banger show. Peace, peace, peace. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Like I said, stay on the lookout. Might have a little watch party Saturday. We'll see what happens. If not, recap of UFC 285 will be out next week. We'll have the YouTube video posted shortly. And yeah, excited for the fights this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right.
Alrighty, y'all.
Again, appreciate everybody that tuned